Hi, everyone. You're probably getting ready to send your kid off to college, or you might even be a college student watching this segment wondering, what kinds of things am I going to cook when I finally get into my dorm room? Well, this morning we are hooking you up with great information. We have got Culinary Carrie with me this morning to tell us about some things that you can cook in your dorm room, and you really are making some goodies. Potato chips on your own, and this is actually going to save kids lots of money in the long run.
It saves lots of money, and it gives you something to do. It's always fun to have something to do in your dorm.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, you have to lock your door because they're going to smell them, and your friends are going to come around. So. Be careful. You're so limited when you're in a dorm.
Absolutely.
You know what you got. So here's a cheap way of kind of keeping your chips coming all the time, baby. That's what you want. You love that crunchy food.
Absolutely. And of course, a bag of potatoes is pretty cheap anyway, and it's got many uses.
I can get a big bag of potatoes for like $2. So that's pretty simple. I don't have to do anything fancy to them. I'm going to show you how we cut them nice and thin. I'm not even going to use any oil with these, so they're good for you too.
Okay, they're healthy. Good.
And this is me cutting with a knife, and you can get some nice thin slices like this. But you know what? Not all kids have knives in their dorms. Of course, we do at Johnson & Wales, but that's another story.
That's a whole nother story.
So what you can get is this really cool peeler.
Okay.
And any kind of peeler will work for you. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put the potato down, and we're going to give a nice push, and you get a really thin piece here.
Now,
that you just keep going until you get through the whole potato.
Does it matter how thin the slices are? Are they all going to cook evenly?
Thinner the better, and you know, this is food from the microwave. It's not that big of a deal.
All right.
Truly, you're turning things around and whatnot. Put all your slices in cold water.
Now, what's the cold water do?
Cold water allows them to sit for a little bit, get some of that starch off of them so that they get nice and crispy.
All right.
Now, I've got parchment paper over here, and what we're going to do with the parchment paper is give it a little spray of Pam spray. So you can get one of these. You can keep this in your dorm. It's not considered illegal. So we're going to get a little bit of Pam spray.
Now, I've got to ask, because there would be the kid like me who would try to do this with notebook paper or something like this. Or can you use notebook paper?
I would say give it a shot. And if your potatoes come out with little blue lines, so what? You know?
It's all edible. There you go.
It's all edible. So you just want to make sure they're super dry. Put them on the parchment paper. Make sure they've got no moisture on them, because you don't want them to steam. You want them to actually crisp up.
Okay.
All right. Now, I've got some here in our little magic microwave oven.
All right.
I'm going to cover these up. Both sides. I'm going to pull this out. These may or may not be finished yet, but I'm going to show you what we're getting going. Here's the potato chips. Getting all nice and crispy. These need another minute. You see how they're starting to brown up? They need another minute. Now, here's the real good ones. These are
the ones that are already finished.
Yep. Take a chip, and we're going to show you the next way to get some yumminess in.
And you know they're done because they're brown. That's what you look for. You have to look for the browning.
There's a little bit of paprika in the seasoned salt, but they do turn brown.
Okay. All right. And
I give a bite of that,
kind of hard.
And then I have another.
I don't know if you hear it. There's a bit of a crunch. Okay. The paprika is really good.
Okay. So now, if you like a chip with a little bit of dip on it, let me bring you over here to this wonderful stuff that I use all the time, Greek yogurt. Okay. Non-fat.
You can get that in any store.
Any store. Mix it with a little seasoning. I like the Lipton onion.
Okay.
So I get a French onion dip here.
That's like onion soup. You can use the onion soup. Okay.
A lot of people use it for onion dip.
Okay. And you just put it in the yogurt.
Yep. Here, dip.
Like lots of dip.
You are going to love that. This is guilt-free eating. Cheap in the dorm. You could do that, couldn't you?
Many times over. In fact, I'm going to do this plate.
There you go.
Talk about fat content and that kind of thing.
Well, the good news is with these potatoes that we're talking about here, the fat content is really low. You're getting a lot of really good fiber. And we're not doing anything big with these potatoes. We're not breaking them down in any way. We're not adding any oil, so we're keeping it healthy. Keep your salt down if you want to keep it, keep that sodium down. Start dipping in some unique things. It's not all ranch dip.
Sure.
And
Now,
you're good
folks,
to go.
You notice the outfit. She's a real chef. She doesn't just play one on television. She's also a teacher, and you're actually giving classes.
I do. I am kind of got my own thing going on. It's Culinary Carrie, and I'm going to be at the Kitch, which is a really cool professional kitchen, and I'm doing classes on classical French cuisine techniques.
So I can come there and learn how to make a beurre blanc.
You can learn a beurre blanc and a hollandaise and a demi-glace.
Let me just get the beurre blanc first. let me just get through that one.
We've got some classes coming up, and all you got to do is go to culinarycarrie.com to get the details.
All right. And, folks, I'm going to get back to this plate right here.
That's good
Thank
stuff.
you very much.
You're gonna
I'll take all of it.
Crunch them up. We're loving these. And give a dip. There you go.
This is good.
Party, baby.